This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today's discussion is follow your passion versus find your passion. So there's a great book that was just written by a New York Times bestselling author, Bruce Feiler. And Bruce writes about the search, finding meaningful work in a post-career world. But one of the great takeaways he talks about is this concept of chasing your passion versus finding your passion. So one of the career advices that's given to young people, to 20-somethings, is follow your passion. And he did this extensive set of survey and discussions with people and interviews and came to the conclusion that the concept of, quote unquote, follow your passion's not really good career advice. In fact, he found that of the people that, quote unquote, followed their passion into a job, most of them ended up quite dissatisfied with ultimately their job and their career choice. The flip side is, he said a couple of things that I just loved. He said, first is this concept of you could find your passion in what you're doing, and that's far better than, quote unquote, following your passion. So find your passion, and sometimes that is just, doubling down on what's working for you in work, what you're enjoying, what you're loving, and doing more and more of that. That's the concept of finding your passion while you're already engaged in stuff versus following your passion. The other great piece of advice I loved was, he talked about the concept of people putting together 10-year career plans, 10-year roadmaps. And what he essentially said is that the world is so much more fluid today that the concept of a 10-year career plan no longer is a sensible idea. That you got to look at things much more in 2, 5, 7-year chunks versus a long-term career plan, with the world changing so much and you changing so much as well. Your interest changing as well. So what seems exciting to you and a great plan at 25, very well at 35 might feel quite different. So in any event, I love this concept of follow your passion versus find your passion. Much easier, he essentially says, to find happiness by finding your passion as you're figuring things out and, quote unquote, following your passion into a career or job. Just brilliant advice. I think he's right on. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. If you listen to this all the way through and you're the first person to text me and you've not claimed the Amazon gift certificate in the last month, text me at 773-766-5322. And we'll send you a $100 Amazon gift certificate. But you got to be the first. You got to say in the headline, in the text, follow your passion versus find your passion, or something like that, close so I know which episode you listened to. And then you can't be somebody that claimed the gift certificate in the last month. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Business Podcast. Thank you very much.